Hi all, welcome to our third day of Yoga for Beginners. If you haven't done the first or second class yet, I highly recommend that after you do this class, you go back and take the two other ones. On the first one, I really go a little bit deeper on what to expect from all the 7 days of full classes for beginners. And we also experience a little bit of how it feels to move with breath. And in our second class, we started to waking up the upper body a little bit more. So we did some core activation and we did some sort of like chaturanga movements. But for today, our third class is going to be all about lower body activation, lower body strength and flexibility. We are going to do some sort of downward facing dog and other postures that it's good for you to have a foundation that it's not going to like slide you. So either a mat or a floor that's like sticky that you can really grip with your hands, grip with your feet. It will be very important. So make sure that you have one or the other and let's get started. And today we're gonna start in child's pose. In case you do not like this pose at all, you're not alone. And I have a great video for you here. I'm gonna link it on the description down below, where I really go deeper on ways to make your child's pose finally feel good in your body as it is right now. So getting yourself in a seat on the back of the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Start to spread your fingers out wide to the sides. And then we're gonna start crawling the hands forward. If you notice that automatically your bum start to come out of the heels, that's okay too, because we're gonna build that flexibility and strength on the hip area to be able to do that. But for now, do it at the best of your capacity, okay? I want you to imagine that you're really drawing your hips back and down and stretching your hands forward. It's okay if the hips start to come up a little bit up higher. It is a big shape. It asks a lot from many parts of our bodies. If having your forearm away from the mat at this moment, it's like excruciating, which it can be, lower down the forearm. Plant the palms down, relax the forehead. We won't stay here for long, just for 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly start to lift your gaze, look forward in between your hands, and then start to slide yourself forward as you come all the way down onto your belly. Great job. Start bringing your hands right underneath your shoulders, bend the elbows, lower down the forehead. Flex your toes. Take a breath in. And then exhale, start pressing the floor away from you. Release the knee away from the floor, send the hips all the way up to the sky. It's a downward facing dog shape. Very strong here on the feet, on your legs. I want you to really start send your inner thighs towards the back. And really put your hips all the way up to the sky. For a last breath in. And the breath out, start coming down onto your knees, tabletop position. So good, inhale, re-extend. So good, inhale, extend your right leg back. Exhale, bring your right leg over and across your left. Start to slowly sending your gaze towards your right toes. Feeling that nice side stretch on the right side body. And then inhale, slowly come back to center, bring the leg down. And the next inhale, extend your left leg back behind you. Exhale, start bringing the leg all the way over and across to the right side. Now gazing to your left toes. Feel the extension on the left side body. And then come back to center, looking between your hands, lower down the knees and find a seat on your heels. Close your hands in a fist, gentle rolls to one side, to the other. And once again, crawl your hands forward to the top of the mat, flex your toes, send the hips up for your downward facing dog shape. Inhale here. Really start to feel your sitting bones spreading far away from each other. And then slowly, once again, come down onto your knees. Walk your hands towards your knees. Keep your toes flexed. And then we're gonna inhale, send both arms all the way up to the sky as we come into a kneeling position. So bring your hips up with you. Exhale, hands on the hips. Inhale, a little play with balance in here. So shift your weight towards your left leg. And then we're gonna step your right foot forward. There you go, for a lunge. That's Anjaneyasana shape. You can keep your hands on your hips. Take a breath in. And then exhale, start bringing your hands all the way down into the floor. If the floor is like too far away from you to plant the palms, that's totally fine. Come up higher on your fingertips. But notice how the strength is coming mostly from your foot than from your hands. It's your foot, your back knee, that's like keeping you strong and healthy in alignment with your legs. So strong feet, strong legs. The hands are just here for a little support. There we go, one more breath in. It's a strong shape, so be compassionate with yourself. You're doing great. One more breath in. Breath out. And then I want you to start bringing your hands on your right knee as you use that to help you to bring your torso up. Take an inhalation. And then exhale, maybe you start to release your back knee away from the floor. Do at the best of your capacity. Don't judge yourself. Just observe how you're doing in this pose, in this shape right now. If you want a little bit more challenge in here, maybe release your hands and send it all the way up and overhead. Inhale. And then last exhalation, start bringing your hands back down to the floor. Lower down your left knee. Start extending your right leg. Send the hips back. And then start flexing your right toes towards your face. Half split. Full round of breath here. And then replant your right toes forward. Bring your hands once again into your right knee. And then start extending your right leg until you bring your whole torso once again stacked on top of your hip. Hands on the hips, find your balance on the left leg and step the right knee back. Remember to flex the right toes. There we go. Inhale here to prepare. Send the weight to the right leg and then exhale, step the left foot forward. So good. Taking your time in here to really start to adjust your hips aligned with each other. So sending your right hip forward, your left hip a little bit backwards. Finding a straight line in between the two hip bones. And then slowly start bringing your hands down to the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, stay. And then let's go for the challenge of the day. So bring your hands into your leg, your left leg. Use that to press your torso up straight. One more breath in. Exhale. And use your next breath in to maybe start lifting the knee away from the floor. It's a lot, I know. We just have one more breath in. If you want to maybe extend the arms all the way up to the sky for a little bit more challenge, inhale. And exhale, replant the hands down on the floor. Release your right knee down. Inhale here. Exhale, start extending your left leg, sending the hips back. And then bring your left toes towards your face. Allow your left knee to be bended, like a lot, just like mine. So you can really, once again, try to square your hips. So left hip back, right hip forward. Hands are down to support you. One more breath in. And breath out, walk forward, replant your left foot. Bring the hands into your thighs and use that to help you to extend the left leg once again. Stacking the torso on top of the hips. Hands on the hips to give you more balance. Inhale. And exhale, step back. Bring your knee in alignment with the right. There we go. Inhale, both arms reach up high to the sky. Exhale, plant your hands on the top of the mat. Send your hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale here. And then slowly start taking little baby steps to the top of the mat. Bend the knees a lot. That's gonna help you to take any sort of pressure from your low back. Once you get on the top of the mat, find yourself in Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax your head, relax your arms, your hands. And really trust your feet and your leg to sustain the weight of your whole body in this shape. Keep drawing the navel into the spine. Shake the head no. Shake the head yes. And then inhale, start to slide your hands onto your shins. Find a halfway lift, very flat back. Squeeze the back muscles together. Crown of the head's pointing forward. Exhale, forward fold. Use the next breath in to start bending deeply through the knees. And you're gonna unravel one vertebra at a time. As you come all the way up to stand, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And now we're gonna do Utkatasana chair pose. For that, you can either choose if you wanna have your feet in alignment with your hips, so hip width distance apart, or maybe your feet's gonna be a little bit closer together. Okay, you choose. Our bodies are different. Sometimes we have like a very wide hip, and it's way better for us to stay with the legs apart, which is my case. But maybe you feel really comfortable with the feet together, so you can do that as well. So setting your foundation up, choose where you wanna, how you wanna have your legs, and inhale, bring the hands into the heart. Exhale, start bending deeply through the knees, sending the hips all the way back behind you. Flick the tailbone down, navel to spine. And I want you to really pump your heart forward. So squeeze the back muscles together. Maybe even draw your thumbs into the sternum, that space in between your chest. Keep looking forward. Just for 10, 9, squeeze the glutes together. Press down through the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Bring your arms up with you. And exhale, lower the arms out wide to the sides. Let the palms face forward. It's Tadasana, mountain pose. In here, I want you to release all your toes away from the floor. Bring them up at the best of your capacity. And then lower them all down. Now bring your heels up. Find your balance. It can be tricky. And once again, lower all the way down. Start to feel that strength that's drawing all the way from your feet into your legs, into your glutes, the low belly, the low back, the mid back, the middle belly, all the way up into the chest and upper back. And then roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Let the palms face forward. As we stand tall and strong and here with our lower body foundation to close up this practice. Feel the strength of this shape. Feel the strength you've built on your feet, on your legs, on your glutes, and your hips in today's class. And if you do feel that you want to take a Shavasana to integrate everything that we've done this class, you're welcome to now lay down on your mat, on whatever space you're practicing, and take 5 deep rounds of breath in and the breath out. But if you're ready to close here, let's all together bring the hands into the heart. Inhale and let the breath come out. Thank yourself for showing up for one more day. Namaste, and I look forward for seeing you tomorrow.